Coach, you had some chances there in the fourth quarter, but when you guys really needed some stops, it looked like you couldn't stop that inside penetration. Defensively, where did you see things break down?
Pretty much all aspects of it. Dribble penetration, loose balls, the rebounding, and if we don't take care of that, it's going to be a long night, and it was. And I didn't like the way, even though we had that 10-point lead early, I didn't like the way the defense looked then. And then when our bench came in, we got to be ready to go. And so, but from top to bottom, we just didn't get it done. We're capable of doing much better than we did.
Next question comes from Mark Berman, New York Post.
Hey, Tom. 89 points. What did you see out there with the offense?
Yeah, like sometimes, I'll say this, with the team, they've really worked extremely hard, and they've played, when we've played well, we've shared the ball well, we've played well defensively, and then I think once we gave up the lead and then we got behind, I think we tried to get out of it individually, and I think the intentions were good, but we just went about it the wrong way. And no one wants to lose, and if you try to get out of something by yourself, it's not going to be good. We got into it, together. You got to get out of it together. So you have to remain unselfish. You got to make plays. You got to share the ball. The ball has to move, and when it does, we're pretty good. And when it doesn't, we're not going to be very good. So, that's something that we'll take a look at the film, make our corrections. We know that we have to get better each and every day. And the games keep coming. So we need a great practice tomorrow and be ready for the next game. Denver is a team that could put up a ton of points.
Next question comes from Steve Popper, Noonday.
Hey, Tom. At times it looked like Julius and Austin were both kind of frustrated with themselves. Do you think that was a product of what you were saying, trying to put it on their own shoulders?
Well, I don't know. The thing, I think it was a unusual night. Julius was in foul trouble early. That probably hurt us some. But our bench is more than capable. And when they're right, they're tough to guard, and they play really good defense. And so we have to work through that, and we have to understand if we play great defense and we rebound the ball, and our turnovers are low. Now, our turnovers were low, but I thought we had opportunities to make another pass, and we didn't do that, and that's something that we have to fix.
Next question comes from Ian Begley, SNY.
Tom, I don't know if it was most of the fourth quarter or the whole fourth quarter, but I think Mitchell was on the bench. Were you going small, trying to get a shooter on the floor?
Yeah. I felt we were behind, and we were just trying to get something going offensively. So we went small to try to generate more offense. And, we've done it in the past, and we've had some good results. And, Mitch is, obviously a key to the team. Today wasn't feeling great, so that also factored into it.
Next question comes from Steph Bondi, Daily News.
Tom, I was actually going to ask about going small. I guess about Mitch, when you say he wasn't feeling great, what do you mean by that? And how much did you give up, going into the paint for OKC by taking him out? Yeah,
probably a lot, and at that point, when we got behind, double digits, I felt like, okay, we got to try to change something here. And, it was to give us a different look. And obviously didn't work out as well as we would have liked because we got beat to the ball. And I thought we had initial stops, and then we give them a second and third crack at it. It's going to be hard to win that way. And the one thing about Mitch is he's the anchor of the defense. He's the backline hard guy to score over. So he's played so well for us. but you get to a point in the fourth quarter where you're trying to make up ground, maybe get more three-point shooting out there to see if that'll help. And of course, it didn't work out tonight.
We have time for 2 more questions. Next question comes from Mike Vorkanoff, The Athletic.
Tom, with the things about how it seems like you kind of wanted more ball movement there in the second half, is that a result of guys, I guess, kind of trying to play a little too individualistic, or is that something OKC was, I don't know, maybe trying to bait you guys into doing?
No, and you got to give credit to them. They played really well, and I knew I watched in getting ready for the games. They have some. Al Horford is a terrific defensive player. Dort is very, very good. George Hill has been an excellent defender in the league for a long time. And Alexander has really good size. And I thought Diallo came in and played really well for them also. So you give them credit. And, we tried to get the ball moving more in the second half. And we never found a rhythm. And, maybe that was, we with Julius getting in foul trouble early, we couldn't get settled into what we normally do. So we have to figure that piece out as well.